All praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Sham Yahushai, Basham Racha Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the Grace Stone, and salutations to you, sincere Akim. And this is your brother Abawan back again with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Basham Yahushai, Basham Racha Kwadash. All praises and glory is due. And the title of this video will be something along the lines of Supacell, right? The elect, Lord willing, we will be a part of that number. The elect will receive spiritual power. And this is just not really going to be a review, but rather using this subdued TV series that came out, right, called Supacell, to speak on Bible prophecy. And part of Bible prophecy tells you that the men of the Lord, right, the elect of the nation of Israel will receive spiritual power in these last days. So what you see the so like yeah. So what you see the world ignorantly call superpowers, right? Supernatural abilities and all that. That is what the elect are going to get, flying, super strength, all that mess. Your superhero characters, your Marvel and DC characters, the abilities that they seem to have, the elect will also be able to do all those things in these last days, and it is coming. And this Supercell is just, it's just showing you that basically, man, because at the end of the day, a lot of these media personalities, right? These writers and producers, which of course this series was actually produced by a Jake, I think it was even Nigerian self. But it's just reminding you of the powers that, or the spiritual powers that will be given to us by the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahshai. And this is really an excuse for me to make a video going into this, because now really the spirit really hasn't hit me to get to make a video going into spiritual powers in a while. So this is just an excuse to just go into that. All right. And now that I've played the trailer, I've played some clips of it, but you know how YouTube gets. Basically, what the series is about, like I said, you have all these jakes, because the majority, in fact, all of the cast, it was Jake that was it, and all the heroes, right? So the people that developed super powers, spiritual powers, were Jakes. In other words, so-called Negroes, the Southern Kingdom. And the funny thing is that they were all either from West Africa or the Caribbean. That's how you even know that they are Jakes. The majority of the cast was from West Africa, but mainly Nigeria, of course. But you have some that are actually from the Caribbean and other parts of mainly West Africa and the Caribbean. And I think that this video right here actually goes into that. Rep your flag, right? And they go into that, how some of them are from the Caribbean, some of them are, and most of them are from West Africa. Or mainly, like I said, mainly here in Nigeria. But that's beside the point of this video. This video is just, that's beside the point of this video, because what they are showing in the series, right? Supercell, you have some characters that have super strength, some characters have super speed, some characters can move things with their minds. In other words, telekinesis. Some characters, there wasn't a character that could fly, right? Character that could shoot lightning from their hands, sparks of fire, shoot them, actual fire, shoot wind, okay, and all. And they were all still Jake anyway, but all these powers, right? All those things that you see or you saw, the men of the Lord will be able to do that as well. And you might have some scoffers that will come out and say, because when Vocab was saying that, oh, you see, Great Millstone thinks that they are going to be turned into the Hawk, and when Vocab was mocking us for what he believed, like he usually does. That's what's popping into my mind. But yes, we will have spiritual powers, no matter what you call it. And once again, just a reminder that this is what we are talking about. We're not talking about the freak what you see with Marvel and DC. Oh, somebody fell into a bucket of radiation and then now became Spider-Man, right? Somebody fell into a bucket of, got bitten by a radioactive antelope and now became Horn-Man. No, 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 that's not what we're talking about here. What we are talking about is power that is given from the power, okay, from the Most High, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai. That is the real power. So this is the book of Isaiah 40, verse 28. Hast thou not known, hast thou not heard, that the everlasting power, Yahweh, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary. There is no searching of his understanding, right? And this is where the spiritual power is coming from, the source of our spiritual power, right? Which is, of course, the Most High, Yahweh Shem Shai. And this shows you at the end of the day that no matter how much vocab talks about, oh, I'm here to save you and turn you to JC, Jesus Christ. Oh, why don't you be, you're not a Hebrew Israelite, don't believe in God, you're not a believer, and that. It shows you that vocab himself doesn't believe, right? Because even when I was still in Wakitaki plantation Christianity, if you told me that the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? Of course, it has said. But anyway, if you told me that, I'm not going to say. I'm not going to. I'm not going to say God, man. No, the hell no. I'm not going to, put the Most High one to one with whatever God these Christians worship. But if you are talking at that time that the Most High will give people spiritual powers, I would have believed 100%, right? Because I understood to a certain level, of course, not completely. I was still in the world, I understood to a certain level the power of the Most High, and that He was able to give other people power as well. So continuing on, Isaiah 40 verse 29. Isaiah 40 verse 29. He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might he increaseth strength. Even the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon Yahweh shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. Right. And the Most High Yahweh shall be the one that's going to give them that power. And let me just go through this one more time. It says that but they that wait upon Yahweh shall renew their strength. They shall mount up as with wings as eagles, right? In other words, flight. They shall run and not be weary. In other words, not just infinite stamina, but also speed, as super speed as well. And you had, like I said, you had a character in that Supacell that could fly. You had another character that could actually run, super speed. But whenever he ran, well, the thing about, and this shows you, that at the end of the day, all these superpowers that these media types, right? These producers and directors and Hollywood and this movie industry show that it's still imperfect, okay? Because whenever the characters in this series use their powers, they eventually enter a state of fatigue where they just go to sleep for days on, for not days like but hours, right? They do the whole like 12 hours worth of sleeping, and you even have some points where they actually lose their powers after using them because they've exhausted what I'm so like yeah, what I assume is their superpower battery or something like that. But in the case of the power that the Most High Yahweh Shami will give us, we will not exhaust and will not lose any of that power. And you can use the case of Samson, right, to show you how the Most High gives power to his men. And not just Samson, but you have so many other men of the Lord, right? Allah Yahweh, he also had spiritual power, right? Not, it wasn't just limited to healing. It was also, and there's this term called clairvoyance, right? Clairvoyance. And I think I have the browser open right now. So let me go to that just to get the definition of that term. Basically, what it means is just seeing. It's just seeing clairvoyance. Let me just get it in the etymology. It means just to see. I don't want to say the future because we already have that power right now. But to see into the we already have that as well. To see the future and to see into the hearts of people. So this is the definition for the word clairvoyance: paranormal gift of seeing things out of sight. From the use of the old French clairvoyance or clairvoyance, quickness of understanding, sagacity, penetration, and we already have this power. The men of the Lord, of course, at this at this time, because he can't see things that are beyond. I don't want to say or make it sound, or say it in a stupid way, but he can see things beyond physical or carnal understanding, right? We can see into the future through the understanding of the scriptures. We can see things that are not that we don't see things that are out of sight once again through the understanding of the scriptures. So even right now, as we are, the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahweh is already giving us spiritual power, and this right here is proof of that because the elders and the brothers always say that prophecy is a spiritual power, and of course it is because if somebody in these in this if somebody in this series was able to see before and be able to say all the things that were happening, right? Even if they were getting the information from the scriptures, if they were, if you have a character right in one of these Marvel or DC comics that is able to see the future, okay, and predict the future because through the by way of him having a book that only him could understand or read, he would be counted as having superpowers or being a superhero. Of course, but nothing. Of course, the whole superhero thing is just off, man. Because imagine working hard to preserve this wicked kingdom, because that's really what these superheroes do. So that shows right there that they aren't heroes, but they're just wicked, even as wicked as the villains that they fight. And hey, but you already know what those what all that's about. They are just trying to they were just these superheroes and the like were just copying what was in the scriptures, or the powers that the men of the Lord used in the scriptures. Whether it's super strength or that's in the scriptures, laser eye beams is in the scriptures as well. Everything burns that he laid his eyes upon. That's in the book of Second Esdras 13. When I told you how the war in heaven basically, right? That is in the scriptures as well. The super speed, everything is in the scriptures. Invulnerability, that's impenetrability, everything is in the scriptures, man. All these superpowers that you see, all these so-called quote unquote superpowers that you see, it's all in the scriptures, okay? And all the powers that were used in App Supercell as well. But that's not what we're talking about right now. We're going into the power that the men of the Lord are going to receive in these last days, okay? So continuing on, right? So I already read all these parts, but anyway, from 13th century, from clair, see clair, voyant, seeing, present participle of war, from Latin videre, to see, root wade, wade to see. So in other words, clear sight. That's basically what clairvoyance means, clear sight. Because I believe the word voyeur, voyeur. Right, let me go and get the definition of that word. It also means to see. But let me get the definition of the word because I've forgotten what the word actually means. But I know that it's technically a word. I think its root is French. Anyway, voyeur is, hold on. Hmm. I'm not going to read that. Let me go into the etymology of that word. Because let me just go into the etymology of that word because it seems that Esau has changed the definition of the word, right? Because it's going into something completely different. Here it is, voyeur is scopophiliac as a French word in English. French voyeur, literally one who views or inspects. From voir to view, and from Latin videre to see. Okay, so that's, and when you say clairvoyance, it means you see clearly. Okay, and he sort of turned the word voyeur into some wickedness. That shows you that the kind of kingdom that we're in right now. If you go to the Merriam-Webster and read the definition of this word, man, that that's the word. Eh, yeah, it just shows you, like I said, it shows you the kingdom that we're in right now. Let me get some more precepts because what I want to just make very clear is that these spiritual powers, come from the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, okay, not any other place. Okay, let me go and get this. So this is the book of Psalms. It's supposed to be Psalms. Here it is. So this is the book of Psalms 18, verse 28. Right, Psalm 18, verse 28. For thou wilt light my candle, the hour my power will enlighten my darkness. For by thee I have run through a troop, and by my power have I leaped over a wall. As for the Most High, Yahweh Basham Yahushai, his way is perfect. The word of Yahweh is tried. He is a buckler to those that trust in him. Okay, right, and and you have that trust in the Most High, however, Shami or Shai, because once again, I'm telling us again, I'm saying this again, I want to make it clear that this spiritual power is not coming from, inside you, or like in the series that I'm talking about, Supercell. It happened because I think it was a genetic thing where if you're, because their parents or their family members, whenever one of their family members had sickle cell, so they eventually inherited that, sickle cell, and it turned into a kind of superpower, the kind of super, power, and then that's why the series is called Supercell. But the spiritual power that we're getting is we are receiving it from the Most High, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai. And that power, right? Let me go to that precept. In the day of thy power, thy people shall be willing. But yeah, that power will only be given, of course, to the elect of the nation of Israel, because it's not just going to be random jigs that will be walking around, having these spiritual powers from the Most High, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, and of course, going back to Samson, because that is a perfect example of this spiritual power. Let me see if I can get this precept. Let me just look for this. Here it is. I'm trying to find. Oh, I'm trying to find that precept. I don't know where I want to start from. I don't know where I want to start from now, because this is the story of Samson and Delilah. And I'm sure you all can already know this story. I don't know if I should start from, let me just start from, the subheading right here. Delilah extracts his secret. So this is the book of Judges 16, verse 15. And she said unto him, how canst thou say I love thee, when thine heart is not with me? Thou hast mocked me these 3 times, and hast not told me wherein thy great strength lieth. And let me also say this, okay, that in case you don't know about this story, this is Samson and Delilah, okay? And if you want to get some more context concerning what I'm reading right here, you can always go to the book of Judges and read it for yourself. So this is the book of Judges 16, verse 16. And it came to pass, when she pressed him daily with her words, and urged him so that his soul was vexed unto death, that he told her all his heart, and said unto her, there hath not come a razor upon mine head, for I have been a Nazarite unto the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, from my mother's womb. If I be shaven, then my strength will go from me, and I shall become weak and be like any other man. And there's this misconception that the Samson's strength came from his hair, right? So when they cut off his hair, his power left him, the power that he had left him, like that was the actual source, but that's not the case, okay? Samson's strength was from the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and the strength was that Nazarite vow he took. So once the vow was broken, okay, Samson lost his power. So it wasn't just hair that was his weakness, because if you read the Nazarite vow and if you understand it, you know that not only is it that you can't shave your hair, but you also can't drink, right? So let me see if I can get that a precept going into the Nazarite vow. So let's go to that. I think it should be it. Nazarite vow. Right. And I think there were other criteria as well. So this is the book of Numbers 6, verse 2. Numbers 6, verse 1. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, when either a man or woman shall separate themselves to vow a vow of the Nazarites, to separate themselves unto Yahweh, he shall separate himself from wine and strong drink, and shall drink no vinegar of wine, or vinegar of strong drink, neither shall he drink any liquor or of grapes, or eat moist grapes or dried. So you can't eat grapes, you can't drink alcohol, you can't drink vinegar, and you also can't cut your hair. Okay, so now number 6 verse 4. All the days of his separation shall he eat nothing that is made from the vine tree, from the kernels even to the husks. So basically you can't drink anything that is from a vineyard. That's your grape, cherries. I think that's how it goes, right? Berries and the like. All the days of his separation is okay. So now, number 6, verse 5. All the days of the vow of his separation, there shall no razor come upon his head until the days be fulfilled, in the which he separated himself unto Yahweh. He shall be holy, and shall let the locks of the hair of his head grow. Right, and this isn't talking about dreadlocks, okay? We call Jake start saying, see, it says locks here. No, it's not talking about, it's not talking about those kind of locks, it's talking about braids actually, or just normal hair strands, right? Since Jake has different what's that word I'm looking for? Texture of hair than the other nations. So continuing on, number 6, verse 6. All the days that he separated himself unto Yahweh, he shall come out no dead body. He shall not make himself unclean for his father or for his mother, for his brother or for his sister when they die, because the consecration of his power is upon his head. All the days of his separation he is holy unto the Most High. So basically, because he had cut his hair, he broke that Nazarite vow. So anything that would cause him to break the Nazarite vow, which includes drinking of alcohol, or you're drinking of alcohol, right? Um, Eating any thing that comes from grapes or from the vineyard, all that would have led him to lose his strength, okay? Because once again, his strength came from the Most High, Yahweh Sham Yahushai, not from his hair. So continuing on, Judges 6, verse 18. And when Delilah saw that he had told her all his heart, she sent and called for the lords of the Philistines, saying, Come upon these ones, for he has shewed me all his heart. And the lords of the Philistines came up unto her and brought money in their hand. And she made him sleep upon her knees. And she called for a man, and she caused him to shave off the 7 locks of his head, which of course, once again, are the braids. He had all those corn, probably like cornrows, right? 7 of them, and they cut everything off, or maybe just cut a part of it off, because you didn't really need to shave the whole hair, just needed to shave enough, just needed to just shave it actually, enough flow enough for it to be. But anyway, continuing on, I don't want to start assuming or adding or make my own doctrine or anything like that. So just leave it at that. They cut off his hair, okay. So continuing on, and she began to afflict him, and his strength went from him. And she said, The Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he awoke out of his sleep and said, I will go out as at other times before and shake myself. And he wist not that Yahweh was departed from him. Right. And that shows you right there that, as soon as the spirit of the Most High Yahweh Basham Yahushai left him, his powers left as well, because that was where his powers came from, which is why if you follow and you know the story and you read on down, when Samson, right, came, when Samson was, when Samson died, and he performed his last act of strength, pushing those 2 pillars and bringing down the whole house on the Philistines. He had to pray to the Most High Yahweh Hashem to return his strength in order for him to do that, because his spiritual power, and really all spiritual powers, come from the Most High, and it's not something that we do. After all, it's not written. It's not by power nor by might, but by my spirit, said Yahweh. And it's the same in this case. Okay, so yeah, when we say that, really we say the elect, we are not making any, vague or confusing statements, okay? It is the elect that will receive the spiritual power. And this Supacell is an example of that, because, deep down, man, these Edomites, Esau, they know what's about to happen on the earth. They see the videos, they watch the videos, and they know that, we have the truth, because don't underestimate just how popular this truth is, and just how many people actually know about it and know that what we're saying is the truth, and that we are the men of the Lord, even though they refuse to admit it, right? Just like the Pharisees and the Sadducees. Oh, thou Yahweh, we know that thou art a prophet from the Most High, and they come and start asking him questions. That's why vocab is running up and down the earth looking for the camps, because he knows what's the truth and he knows where he has to go, right? You never see any Hebrew Israelites going to bother vocab. I never even heard of them going to his channel or going to wherever he's at to try and get an interview or to interview him or anything like that. And it's the same with all these other scoffers as well. But anyway, let me just end the video right there. So with that, all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Basham, Yahshai, Basham, Rakakwadash, Wa Abad Babal, Shalom.